patience, everybody. Let's get started. So, again, welcome everyone to the Paladin University. We're glad you've taken the time out of your day to really learn more about Paladin Go. Um, as far as introductions go, my name is Michael Horn. I've been at Paladin for 12 years, and I'm the client experience manager here at Paladin. So, let's get started. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, as store owners, good, bad, right, or wrong, the society is moving towards a cashless economy. I'm sure all of us have an opinion on that. And but that's just where we see that paradigm shift going. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about how mobile point of sale can fill that gap of moving towards a cashless economy, and how you guys can leverage mobile point of sale. And then you'll get to see our latest offering for mobile called Paladin Go, and we're going to do a little bit of a demonstration on that. Can you guys see my slides? Just making sure that you guys can see everything. I got a question mark from Amber. Does that mean you can't see it, or can you see the what you'll learn slide? Can they see the slides, Paul?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
I just want to make sure we forwarding.
Good deal. So a little bit on cash versus card spending. I'm not going to read the bullet points here, but really, bullet point 4 is interesting. Again, whether we like it or not, shoppers tend to spend 4 times as much money when they pay with credit cards instead of cash. And really, I think if we're honest with ourselves, we've all kind of fallen into that. Isn't that true? Cash in hand is a little bit harder to spend than using the plastic cards. And here's where we can leverage MPOS, our mobile point of sale, to hopefully drive some more of those spending dollars back through your guys' stores. So what is mobile point of sale? Essentially, it's the checkout portion of Paladin, a software that you guys know and are familiar with today in the palm of your hands. So it really offers the benefits of mobility, portability, and it really should work anywhere you have internet. So that means not just in your store, not just your local network, but anywhere you have internet, um, mobile point of sale or Paladin Go should work, which is very handy if you're doing a parking lot sale, maybe things of that nature. And really, what we're seeing adoption of mobile solutions across the board, aren't we? More and more money is going to be spent using these type of solutions, as we see here in the slides. It's in the billions, and it's going to continue to grow as the projected outcome of mobile point of sale. So again, it's nice to have a solution that you can use to capture some of those dollars. So Paladin Go. Now we've had mobile solutions in the past, branded with maybe names it's like Mobile to Checkout. You might have seen that. We've also had Mobile to Show, Mobile to Deliver. But now we branded it Paladin Go. And here in this slide, you're going to see a QR code in the top right. Feel free to scan that with your devices. That should take you to a landing page, either the Google Play Store if you're Android, or the Apple iOS store if you're running Apple. And this is the first time we have actually got an app on the iOS store. And technically the Google Play Store. So that's really the difference here between Paladin Go and our offerings in the past. Our offerings in the past were more web-based. You'd sign in and log in on a web page. Here, these are actually apps, which is really cool, or one app specifically. So feel free to download it. Just because you're downloading it, though, does not mean that you're going to be able to connect to it right away. You're going to have to contact support, and that'll be the time that we can get you set up and talk about pricing too. So again, you can scan that QR code and contact support, and we can get you get you set up. So let me show it to you, because really that's what the lion's share of this is supposed to be about, is to show it to you. So I'm actually going to do that from my mobile device. So I'm going to switch the screens here. You're going to see the screen go blank just for a little bit. That's normal. And we're going to switch it over to my mobile phone so you guys can get a feel of what this looks like. So bear with me for a second. I'm going to change my presenter to my mobile phone. I'm going to start the screen share. I'm going to start the broadcast. And hopefully you guys can see my screen. So as you see here, Paladin Go now is an app that can live on your device, which is really handy. So once you download it, this is what it should look like wherever you put it on your phone. So as soon as you open it, you're greeted with, just like you would in Paladin, a login. And this is the exact same login that you guys would use to log into your same account in Paladin. So you've got enter your number, which is your employee ID, and your password. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's log in. Now, on this screen, you're going to see a few things. You're going to see checkout, or invoice and quote module, as it's aptly called in Paladin. Inventory beta, we're not going to look at that today. That's very much a beta feature. It is not ready for prime time yet. It's still being worked on. And settings. Now, just to kind of build the foundation a little bit here, you will no doubt see more modules in the future. This is a foundation level app that we are going to be able to build on and add more features and enhancements to as the time goes. But today we're going to focus on checkout. So we're going to hit that checkout screen. And here's what it looks like. So to get the lay of the land a little bit, running across the top, you'll see a little person with a search. That's where you can do a customer search. Looking down in the middle, that's where you can see when you add items to the invoice. And then you've got your part number below that, a little search icon, and a barcode scanning icon. So let's start out just doing a cash transaction so you can get a look and a feel of what it looks like. So to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and type in a part number here that I know. So I'm just going to type in 10111, hit go, and it pulls it up, as you can see here. So that's one way that you can get an item here on this mobile checkout screen. If I am done with this at this point in time, on the bottom of the screen, you're going to see a total button. You would click that. It turns green. At that point in time, it calculates the subtotal and taxes, and then you got your total at the bottom. If you're done and ready to check out, you hit checkout. Now, I don't have a credit card. I'm not running a live credit card, so I am going to be using cash in this instance, but no doubt, most likely, you guys will be using a portable credit card device. So I'm going to hit cash. And then at this point in time, just like in Paladin, you're prompted to enter the dollar amount that they gave you. So let's say they gave you $5, and then that's it. You're going to give them $3.30 change. And then you have the option, as you guys might have been wondering, what do we do for receipts? We have the option here to fill in an email. So you can send an email copy of that receipt. You hit complete, and that's it. It takes you right back to the invoicing. So that was a cash transaction. Let's add a customer to one. So to do that, you're going to hit search. Now you're going to type in a customer name or ID. So let's just type in a name, and I'm just going to do a short, BROG. And then we're going to hit the little search button, and that's exactly who I was looking for, Brogan Contracting. So if I click on that, you actually see that name running across the top of the screen. So now I can add items to this invoice under that customer, just like you would in Paladin. But let's do it a little bit differently. Let's hit that little search icon down here, and let's type in hammer and search for it. So now we're searching your inventory. Again, could be local in your store, could be in your parking lot, could be at a trade show, right? That's kind of the benefit of Paladin Go. So what do we see? Well, we got some stock on hand here. We see 2 in stock. We actually even get to see the locations on here if you noticed. However, you guys have your location codes set up. I just did this for demo purposes, aisle 3, row 2, shelf 5. and so on. So once we find what we're looking for, if we click on it, it adds it to the invoice. So what can we do here? Well, if we actually click on the item, it brings up a screen where we can add more quantity. Hit done, and you'll notice that adjusting the quantity here at the screen, which is really handy. A couple of other things you can do. You can remove the customer and change it. So let's do that actually, because let's look at the price here first. 1737 before tax, 1859 after. Let's go up here actually and let's search for a different customer. And let's hit total again. If you've noticed, now it went down to 1563 before tax or 1672. It respected that customer's pricing plans or custom pricing that you guys have set up and agreed upon ahead of time. So that's pretty cool that Paladin Go is able to do that. So I just want to show that to you because it's really handy. Also, if you notice across the top of the screen, it kind of looks like a little inbox up there with a little arrow. If you click on that, here's where we can store this. So we can store it as a quote. We can build quotes on the go, special order on hold. So if we want to store it as a quote, we can just go in here and just say, hey, test quote, and just go ahead and store it in the system. We will be adding more feature to this in the future. As it stands, we can't recall quotes, but maybe that'll be an enhancement that gets added. But we definitely can build a quote on the fly, which is really nice if you think about it for if you're on a busy day, maybe line busting or personal shopping in your store. Somebody could be walking around building a quote, stored in the system, and then maybe they want to do a charge. So they can store it as a quote, just recall that real quick at checkout, charge it out, capture that signature and things of that nature. So a lot of advantages with doing that. So again, it's got search on here. You can add a customer to an invoice and you can store as a quote. Those are kind of the basic functions of checkout. No doubt we'll be adding more features and enhancements to it as the time goes on. No doubt with this module, but other modules as well. So I'm gonna turn the screen back over to my slide deck. And did anybody have any questions that they had? And if you did, feel free to type them in either in the chat window. And no doubt you guys are going to have questions. More information about this and more features will be coming down the pike here at Paladin. We will have knowledge base articles, and we're going to have a lot more information when it comes to this. We're really excited about it. Really, the goal here is to hopefully build that excitement with you guys. Have you guys download the app, contact us so we can get you guys set up. Okay, looks like I got a question here. So I only saw cash and credit card on the invoice checkout. Will there be charge feature for the house accounts? Hopefully, yeah. I would like to see that. Charge accounts has a little more features built into it where you can add a project to it, add authorized signers, capture a signature. V1 of this, we just want to get it released. V1 does not have that, but we're hoping to have and include those features in the future. Great question. Thank you so much. Yeah. No doubt others were asking about that as well. Okay, we got a few more. What do we got? Is there check support? Not yet. Yeah, again, not yet. Not check support. Are you able to charge with credit card cash? Yes, so we got that one already. For receipts, is it possible to send the receipt via either email, address, or SMS? SMS would be great. As it stands, that would require an integration to a service that does that for Paladin Go. So that would be really cool. But email, yes. At the end of the invoice, there was an option there that you can put in an email address to email that receipt. Yeah. This is app-based. So the question was, will this only be available on cell phones or tablets, or will there be the possibility of having a standalone handheld device, kind of like a Zebra? The Zebra runs on Android, which means you can download an app from the Google Play Store, right? Which means Paladin Go should work on that, to the best of my knowledge. So again, that's the beauty of it being app-based. If you have access, if you're Android, to the Google Play Store, or again, for an Apple product, the iOS store, then you can download the app. So we're hoping yes, and a little bit of road mapping here that I'll tease for the future, because again, in the past, our mobile offerings were more web-based. You would sign in. This is an app that we want to add to. So, you know, the goal here, and again, this is just stuff we're talking about. This is stuff we're kind of vetting out, is possibly assigning the RF gun controls to an app, and have those type of functionalities via an app device, which then that means, could it be a Zebra or something like that? Sure, absolutely. So there's a lot of advantages that we understand when it comes to that. So we just want to make sure that the people are going to use it, they're going to adopt it, and again, this was a ground up redesign. That way we have a nice foundation to build off of when it comes to the future. Our existing mobile platform was kind of hard to maintain because there was just it was a one-to-one, so it was, it was one web page for each device, so it was a little bit more to maintain, where in this case it's going to be a little bit easier. Yeah. Any other questions? Hopefully I got everyone's. One thing that was kind of interesting, I'm a Mac guy. I have an M2 MacBook Pro, and if any of you guys are Mac guys, you know that you can download iPad apps to the Mac. Well, this is an app, right? So essentially, this will run on the mobile Paladin Go will run on that as well, just like an iPad. No difference there. So just kind of interesting for those people that are Mac guys. Well, again, I want to apologize for the technical difficulties in the beginning. Thank you for your patience. And stay tuned for more information too as well. And again, don't forget to reach out to us. We want to set this up. The goal of this actually is for you guys to be able to manage and maintain the devices, so you can add your devices at will with a little bit of training, and be able to uh, kind of manage those on your own without having to call support. But obviously, in the beginning, we kind of need to walk you through, give you a little bit of a training on how to do that. So, well, thanks again, everybody. I hope you have a good rest of your Tuesday, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.